1 minute warning!
To the goofball army out there, hi at the families, tell them to get to the next room, tell them to go to your neighbors because we got goofball news to go over and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If this is your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, oof.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
I'm Rob, on an off night day. Happy Tuesday, guys.
It's not an off night day if we're here.
Well, it's definitely an off night because it's not Wednesday. That's an on night. Tuesday's an off night.
It does feel weird on a Tuesday coming on here, but yeah, guys, we are doing our Wednesday show on Tuesday here to give you guys a chance to enjoy fully the Christmas Eve festivities, so that we don't have to worry about deciding between family and us. Because let's be honest, we're gonna win.
And our family's not going to be happy. But it's going to be weird.
Honestly, I never understood the Christmas Eve thing personally, but it is what it is. It's usually the day I go, I found the wrap now.
I enjoy it. And every family's different.
Exactly.
There's families that celebrate on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day is the day south. You just sit there and you rest all day. There's some people that open up Christmas in the middle of the night, on midnight, because they just missed Santa Claus. And there's some people who do it at 6 a.m. in the morning at Christmas. So whatever way you celebrate, enjoy it, guys.
Enjoy it. It's always was a big family for me, a big holiday for me and my family growing up. There was kind of like the day growing up. It's like if you wanted something, put it on your Christmas list. It could be like February, put it on your Christmas list.
Yeah.
We'd always have just a massive, massive Christmas there. And it's one of those things you look at as an adult and you really appreciate the work that the family put in. Your parents put in, your family put in as a whole to kind of make sure that you get to enjoy it. But let's be honest, for a lot of people, some of their favorite memories of childhood are Christmas.
Yeah, like I have a big family, so all the family got together on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day when I was little. That's when we'd spend it with just the immediate family.
Yeah, and just before we get started too much here, guys, I hope you guys all have a happy, safe, Merry Christmas or any other holiday you might be celebrating. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to you. And, everybody just be safe. Have plenty of eggnog, but don't drive.
Yeah, hopefully not have to work Friday.
Yeah. So let's get right into the game. So, guys, because we got to go over the Christmas slate of games here. We're also going to go over the Saturday games too as well, because our next episode is going to be Friday. So we wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of, get the thoughts out there on it. And of course, we got to go over our game, the battle for the number 1 overall pick.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's legit what this game is. Bro.
2 teams going with 2 wins. 1 team will come out with 3.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's get the first seed.
All right, before we get started, let's go to some of the comments. You've got a lot of comments to start off here with. Jay says, it's going to get crazy.
Crazy.
Everybody loves your intro. Deb says, good evening. Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Ready with a little flex there. What's up, man?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Jay says, Coach Rob with the pep talk. Let's see here. Oops. There we go. Freddie with the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man. There's good games on Christmas. Yes, there are. And there's definitely some interesting games as well that I think the Texans, the Chargers is probably my favorite one, but not to give too much away. We'll get to that later on, but that's going to be a damn good matchup, I think.
There's some good ones.
That does. Let's see here. We got AL3X951S We need like a shortened version of that. I just don't know what to say here. But as a Raiders fan, go Giants for the win. LOL. No, you are not going to put that curse on us. You know what the crazy
thing is? Alex.
I didn't realize till later on that the Chiefs actually are who the Raiders play next week. The Chiefs are on like their fourth quarterback now at this point. So
yeah, divisional game.
Yeah, just saying. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, as y'all says, y'all have a rookie quarterback. We don't. Yeah, we have a lot of things we need as well.
Yeah, we want to trade down. Give us some picks.
Trade down. Trade down. Let's see. Jay says Christmas goes downhill when you get older, anyways. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Plus, once you get a little one in your life, and the joy of Christmas and Santa, it spruces it back up.
You know what? Honestly, I just like the day in general. You know, like you spend time as a family, you relax, you have good food, you get some football. You know, like it's a good day overall. And I just like the season. Everybody's in a happier mood and everything because of Christmas and all. Like, you know, unfortunately for some people, it causes a lot of stress, money issues, and that kind of stuff because you do got to buy gifts and all. But for most people, anything that just kind of cheers them up a little bit there. So.
Listen, as long as you're with your family and your friends, and a lot of times people are off for Christmas, and it allows them to be able to travel and be able to see everyone. So,
yeah, it's most important, being around people. So, let's see here. Jay says Chiefs are more cooked than Drew's hat. Wow, damn.
So I can see your hat because everything's as we're live. The timer's going off, the views. I can't really see it.
It's not that big a graphic for you, is it?
Well, it covers the top.
I know. I see it too. It's like it's not blocking my hat on my end.
Yeah.
I don't know. You must have some weird extra large font on there for some reason. Anyway.
See that? I gotta wear my glasses.
Our Raider fan here says, I highly dislike Pete and Geno. The first for us could get a younger head coach as well. Listen. We don't care about you guys though. We want it for us.
It's a Giants podcast. No offense.
You know, we want it. God damn it! You know what it is too. Like
you don't like Sneaky Pete.
Let me just say this, and this can I come off like a dick thing, but I'm just going to say it anyway. You're the Raiders. You're used to being a crap team. Let's be very frank about that. Like the Raiders for most of my life have been crap. The Giants, we've won 4 rings in my 43 years. You know, we've gone to 5 Super Bowls. I'm used to winning, surrounded by periods of shit. Looking at you, Dave Brown. But I'm saying, like, I want to win again. You could actually make the case because the Giants, assuming they lose tomorrow, will have the longest. I'm sorry, lose on Sunday. Will have the longest losing streak in Giants history this year.
Yeah,
the longest losing streak in Giants history. And you know what the current longest one is? Last year.
Thanks, Dave.
So, yeah, we need this more than the Raiders fans for once. We're taking it. Goddammit. Jay says, dude, people should make gifts for people with their hands. Just in my humble opinion, just a nice, thoughtful thing to do. Yeah, I mean, I think especially, you know, woodworking and stuff like that. Like, I actually like woodworking. It's calming.
It really is. Whether it be woodwork, whether it be whatever craft you want to make, clay work, or just like drawing or sketching or painting something. Goes a long way.
Except nobody but you know, nobody wants my paintings. That's for damn sure. They're not good. Let's see. Jason,
me with like one of those French girls.
Buying cheap shit on Amazon is lame. But what about buying expensive shit, Jay? What about buying expensive shit?
Yeah. That new TV wasn't free.
Man, with Mac, that was a fun team. Yeah, they had a couple of years there where you thought they were starting to build something, and then it all fell apart. Dip said, I remember watching the Raiders when Lyle Alzado played for them. I gotta say, I have no clue who that even is. Do you know who that is?
Is he from like the late 80s?
Let's see. I'm looking it up. Yeah, like no 70s and 80s. Yeah, 70s and early 80s. I guess he played for the Raiders in the early 80s. Yeah, he was playing for them when I was born, and I'm old.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's see. Our Raiders fans just hope you all win, not to be a dick, but enjoy your show. Appreciate it, man.
Drew, he also died at 43. Just a heads up. So.
Oh God, what the hell? Why would you bring that one up? My God, he did die at 43.
I was just looking up trusty Google.
Oh, Jay says the steroids guy. Maybe that's why. Luckily, I didn't take steroids, as you can easily tell by my physique. So I think we're good. Anyway, let's get to the game here. Let's get to the game itself. And I like that we got the resident Raiders fan here as well, because he can let us know if we're talking out of our butt here, basically, to put it nicely. But again, this is the battle, guys, for the number 1 overall pick. Literally, whoever loses this game will probably have that top pick. And it means a lot for both franchises. Let's be honest, the Raiders need a quarterback. Mendoza's sitting there. The Giants need a whole bunch of picks. We can go ahead and trade. You know what? I'll make this deal with the Raiders right now. You let us lose this game, and we will trade back with you. You just have to give us extra picks.
It's a battle of the pickathon. Who could do worse? I mean, yeah.
I don't think anybody's hiding at this point. Like nobody, like even like license plate guy. I saw him talking about it. Like how bad he wants to lose this game. You know, like
at this point, just take the number.
This is a franchise-changing thing there. You know, so yeah, we're gonna go for it. Let's go over their offense here. And now's where we get really less confident that we're going to lose, because goddamn, this Raiders team is just poop on a stick, basically. And I'm not even sure this is a stick. The Raiders offense is averaging 14.5 points per game. That's 32nd in the league. 250.9 yards per game. 32nd.
How many teams are in the NFL?
32.
Okay. Just want to make sure the math is right. That's last place.
We're mathing correctly. That means they have the worst offense in the entire league. 35.33% third down percentage. 26th. 53.13 red zone TD percentage. 24th. That's bad. Luckily for us, they're playing against the crappiest defense in the NFL in the New York Giants. So that we got to see here. It's almost like, you know, when you watch like the number 1 offense versus the number 1 defense, this is like the reverse. We're going to find out who's crappier.
This could be no points scored or all the points scored. Just like the number one.
I mean, if you think about it, you got a shitty offense, you got a shitty defense. That should bring an average scoring output.
You would hope.
So, and you know, you look at what they do on offense, and a lot of it, quite frankly, just doesn't make sense, guys. They pass a freaking ton. 61.94% of plays. That's 4th most in the league. Yet they pass for just 175.2 passing yards per game. And that's 28th in the league, by the way. And their passes are ridiculously short. 6.6 yards per pass. 24th in the NFL. They also don't block well. The quarterback is sacked on 11.05% of passing plays. 31st in the NFL. They get intercepted a lot. 3.49% of pass attempts, 30th in the league. Are you freaking kidding me? Like there's not a single stat you can look at with this passing offense and go, wow, we really are doing this well. At least it's not a single damn thing. Geno Smith, 14 games, 67.1 completion percentage, 2,849 yards, 18 touchdowns. 15 interceptions in 14 games.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of gets a guy fired.
40 rushes for 108 yards. The big guy on this team right now, Brock Bowers. Really breaking NFL rookie records last year. This year, 12 games, 64 catches, 680 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Again, 12 games. He's been out a little bit there. He's a freaking beast. He's still one of the best tight ends in all of football. And the crazy thing is, we talked about how crappy their passing offense is.
Which kind of tells you right where it goes.
So, yeah, imagine once he actually gets in a legit, actual NFL offense and gets out of this Pop Warner BS. Their top receiver now, is Trey Tucker, because Jacoby Myers got traded, of course, earlier in the season. So, yeah, if you don't know who Trey Tucker is, guess what? You're not the only one. No one outside of the Raiders organization knows who he is.
It's a true. I picked up on fantasy because 1 week where he had like 100 and something yards and it was good, and that's all he's done. That's the last good game Geno Smith had. Just saying.
15 games, 50 catches, 617 yards, and 5 touchdowns. So again, not having a crazy good year. He's having like an old school Darius Slayton kind of year.
That's fair.
Basically what he's doing.
That's kind of how he was used over there too.
Jack Beck is their second leading receiver, 15 games, 20 catches. 15 games, 20 catches, their second receiver. Let me repeat that again. 15 games, just 20 catches. Guys making Darius Slayton look all pro. 224 yards. Tyler Lockett. Now they signed him. The Titans had cut him after he asked for the release. So it was an amicable parting of ways there, and he signed back onto the Raiders. So obviously he didn't want to be on a winning team. That's the weird thing. Usually when a veteran says, please cut me, then they go to like the Bills, the Chiefs, they go to a good team.
In hopes to win a Super Bowl somewhere.
Exactly. He goes to the Raiders. I don't know if he has a gambling addiction or what the case is. That's just a weird thing. I get there's the Pete Carroll connection, obviously. Tyler Lockett played a lot of years with Pete Carroll in Seattle, obviously, but it just seems weird. But 8 games, 19 receptions, 207 yards. So again, not exactly going crazy here. Then you got Michael Mayer, 11 games, 19 receptions, 192 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now, I'm going to throw this out there. There's a little subplot to this talk about the Raiders. And I have not discussed this with Rob, by the way, so we'll see if he thinks I'm crazy or not. If he becomes available, Michael Mayer is a guy I'd be curious if he's available via trade. He's going into his 4th year of the NFL. He is a backup tight end because of the emergence of Brock Bowers. And rightfully so. Bowers is the better option, let's be honest. Yeah. I thought he was going to be good coming out of Notre Dame. He looked like a freaking beast. Now, they use a lot of trick plays and weird ways they played. You need the right offensive guy to figure out how to scheme him open. But listen, we saw again on Sunday, Theo Johnson is somehow just dropping the ball left and right here, and I'm getting fed up with it, quite frankly.
So the only issue that comes from there is I would be all ears, but if you get Myers, you can kiss Belly goodbye.
I don't think so.
Because Myers is more of those receiving tight ends. Like, granted, there's a lot of trick plays. He can block a little bit, but he's not like a Mayak, or he's not like a guy that should line up in fullback position.
Yeah.
So if the Giants know what they've done in the past, so they probably shouldn't do it. You could keep him, say, is Belly number 3 or number 2 behind Theo, like where you put Theo, because you got both these on the rookie contracts, but then you got Belly's coming up on his rookie contract where you're going to have to start paying this guy. Yeah. So if you bring in Myers, what are you going to do with Bellinger? You're probably going to get rid of him because you're going to try to keep the cost down.
Well, here's what I'm saying though: is
and that's kind of the history.
I don't think Bellinger is getting a massive deal from anybody. I really don't. So I think, and again, if he wants to come back, if you bring him back, you bring in Mayer, you go say, you know what? All 3 of you guys, you two and Theo, you're all going to battle it out. May the best man win. Because Theo Johnson can't be handed a starting job again at tight end based on all the drops he's done this year. Just can't. Yeah. And the good thing is Mayer has been a very good blocker, and he's been used primarily as a blocker. So he's going to give you the same kind of role that Bellinger has, because Jay just put in the comments, and I agree 100%. I don't think Bellinger wants to come back here. I think he'd be ecstatic to leave. Can you honestly say the Giants have used him well?
They've had glimmers of it. It's also, if Dable was here, yeah, he'd be like, cut me out. I'm gone. Let's go. I'll go take my chances elsewhere. He'll happily go to the Raiders. He'll happily go to whatever he was about to say the Chiefs, but it's happy to go to the Texans.
I think,
or,
like I said,
sorry,
I think he goes
the
anywhere
Titans.
that wants him. I think he signs anybody that wants him. It's not the Giants, personally.
Yeah,
But like I said, I think Michael
that's
Mayer
where I was going, Dan.
could be available. I think it'd be interesting to see what they'd want for him. Like if you can get him like a 4th round pick, I'd take it all day long. Especially because I'm hoping to have extra picks from us winning this game and getting the first overall pick, and not having to worry about those late round picks like that. Anyway,
the capital.
Like I said, that's just another subtopic for another day. I just like I said, since we're going to see him, I wanted to bring it up because I think he might be available this offseason, and I think he's an intriguing option. Now let's talk about the Raiders' run game. So, yeah, like
did not live to what they wanted.
No, and you know what the problem is they counted on one person who's never played a down in the NFL to be their entire run attack, and that's the issue. And they're also not giving him any time. He was a workhorse back in college. Now, instead, the Raiders are only running the ball in 38.06% of plays, 29th in the league. They're rushing the ball 21.1 times per game. That's 32nd in the league. And as a result, 75.7 rushing yards per game, 32nd in the league. 3.6 yards per carry, 32nd in the league. 0.3 rushing TDs per game, 32nd in the league. They literally have the worst rushing attack in the entire NFL. Bad. And we talked about Ashton Genty had a good game last week against the Titans, but it was because of 2 big plays that was more than half of his total yards. The rest of it, not so good, which is what he's been most of this year. The occasional big play, but otherwise not good.
Well,
On
part
the year,
of the problem is just like point out 2 big plays. What are we talking about first? That passing offense, inept. So you can't get the pass going, you can't get the run going, you can't get the run going, you can't get the pass going. None of the sides of the offense can't get going.
But you also can't get the run going if you don't let it go. You have to run the ball with a guy like him because he's that guy that keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. Where's at the defense?
Yeah. He runs like Derrick Henry. I'm not saying he is Derrick Henry or King Henry's. But
if you're only going to let him rush the ball 19 times a game, you're
not going to get that.
You know,
another 10 runs.
So I don't know about 30 times a game. That'd be a little excessive, but at least in the mid-20s.
King Henry.
Ashton Genty on the year, 15 games, 224 carries, 828 yards, 3.7 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, 50 catches, 326 yards, and 5 touchdowns as well. So he's been a pretty good guy as far as TDs, that's for sure. But like I said, I don't think the volume has been there for him. And again, you and I discussed it when he was being drafted. We thought he's being way overhyped, had a lot of mileage on them. The tread was already going to kind of low potentially off of what he did in college. And it wasn't like he was exactly playing the top tier in college.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, once again, so far we've been right. Raheem Mostert is their backup. Remember him from the Niners, the Dolphins. The guy's like 49 years old playing running back, it seems.
It's like the guy Singletary.
Yeah, 12. Well, even older. He's in his 30s. Like he's like 33. I want to say this guy is now. 12 games, 22 carries, 105 yards on the season, and yet he's 33 years old. 4.7 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. So, yeah, like we said, we still got a backup to face that'd be more worried almost sometimes than Genty. But let's be honest. Again, the worst rushing offense in the league versus the worst rushing defense in the league.
He's having a great game.
Yeah, like
get him cheap off of DraftKings. Let's go.
I feel like he's gonna look okay. You know what I mean? Like that's where I feel like it's gonna be. Is he's just gonna look okay. Now, if you go to defense, they gave up 25.7 points per game, 25th in the NFL. They gave up 326.1 yards per game. That's 15th. So what does that tell you? The defense is not as bad necessarily as people think. The problem is they're giving up much more points than they should for where they're at. part of that is they're allowing drives to continue. They're giving up third down conversions at a 48.74% clip. That's 32nd in the league. They're giving up 59.65% of TDs in the red zone, 21st in the league. But again, not giving up a ton of yards. So it's kind of a mixed bag there. And I think obviously the offense is going to dictate to a certain degree what the defense is doing because the offense is so goddamn bad. They're putting the defense in bad scenarios. How many times have we seen it do with the Giants? 3 and out. All of a sudden, the opposing offense gets the ball back in midfield because you get a punt so goddamn far.
Or you decide to go for it, 4th and 1, and you lose 2 yards, and you're 40. So once again, midfield, good position.
Yeah. It's like I said,
I'd say it's never happened.
It's a little crazy. Now, they are a decent rushing defense. They're not a very good passing defense. So they're giving up 68.9% completion, 31st in the NFL. They're giving up 209.7 passing yards per game, which is 17th. Now, keep in mind, though, part of that is because the Raiders suck and teams start running the ball on them because they don't have to keep passing. They're sacking the quarterback just 5.51% of plays. That's 24th in the NFL. Getting interceptions just 1.73% of passing plays. That's 21st in the NFL. Like I said, not great. Not great. The rush defense, though, that's a lot better. They're giving up just 3.8 yards per carry. That's 4th best in the NFL. Whoa, top 5 stat.
Whoa.
Out of nowhere. And what's the crazy part is teams keep rushing it against them. So they're attempting 30.5 rushes per game against the Raiders, which is 29th in the NFL.
What do you think we're going to do? First down, run the ball.
I mean, honestly, I hope we don't. I want to see some improvement from Jackson Dart in this game over what he's done the last couple of games. I just don't want to see
last game.
I just don't want to see so much improvement that we win. Like
Fair.
I want us to do the Giants thing. Let's play it close and lose in the end by like a touchdown and call it a day. Be very happy with that.
Yeah.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that at this point. Let's lose. Let's go.
Take.
Let's talk about the defense though. So Devin White leads the defense with 160 tackles. Jeremy Chin, 114, is their second leading tackler. So, a couple of guys that have definitely been in the league for quite a while. Obviously, you can't talk about the defense without talking about Max Crosby. They're probably their best player in their entire team. He's got 10 sacks on the year, 28 tackles for loss. Pretty damn good. Very typical Max Crosby kind of year there. I can just pencil in as the usual for him there. And overall, they have 27 sacks as a team. He's got more than a third. He's got like 40% of the sacks for that team. That's insanity.
Absolutely absurd.
But listen, let's be honest. Burns is the same boat for the Giants, so nothing that absurdly crazy, that's for sure. Kyle Blue Kelly has 3 interceptions for them here, one of their corners. Otherwise, not too much. They got 8 interceptions overall, so nothing crazy you got to worry about there. But like I said, listen, guys, it's a bad team. We're not going to sugarcoat it. This is one of the very few teams that's probably worse than the Giants right now. And the difference is the Giants is a coaching issue. The Raiders might be an outdated coaching issue because Pete Carroll's first year there. We don't know if it's the players or him fully, but it's definitely a roster issue on top of that.
I mean, he brought in Geno and drafted Genty, so.
Yeah. Well, did he draft Genty? Or did Spytech, their GM, bring him in? I don't know. We don't have that kind of information to that part of it there. But like I said, it's just things are not going well for them. That's for sure. That's to say the truth there. But
yeah,
like I said, things aren't going well for us either. And flat out, the Giants need to lose this game because the stakes are too high. the first overall pick in the draft, when you literally have a guy out there, team out there, with 5 first-round picks the next 2 years. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a king's ransom. We want to be the king.
That's it. That's the king, baby.
I know you guys don't want to hear it, some of y'all probably. I know some people that's like so anti their mentality. I'm going to be pissed if we win. This will be like the Colts game all over again. Because we should have had the first pick overall last year.
Yeah.
All this losing, getting the worst teams in Giants history to not get a first pick overall out of it would be so freaking sad. It's not even funny. So let's lose. Let it lose. Let it lose. Time to lose. You know what else it is?
It's time to lose.
It's time to pay the bills.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
All righty, guys. Let's get to the Christmas games. Merry Christmas with this NFL
Merry
action.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
For everybody except for the Dallas Cowboys, because they're playing on Christmas. Ha. Got the Commanders hosting the Cowboys on Christmas, trying to put a little coal in their stockings here. And let's be honest, guys, if you got to pick a game that's like the safest pick for a winner, it's probably this game right now, because there's all kinds of issues with this Commanders team. They already faced each other early this year. The Cowboys won 44-22. CeeDee Lamb had a 74-yard touchdown. Deron Bland had a pick 6. It was a Cowboy game. 100%. Like the Commanders were out of it from the get-go. Yeah. Then you look at the injuries going on. Jaden Daniels had his elbow issue. We don't know what's going on as far as him playing. Marcus Mariota, had a hand issue. It got out of the game last time. They had a Josh Johnson in. Imagine Josh Johnson coming in to start in the game. Like, you can't put anything on the Commanders right now. You got 2 days left when we're recording this, for when we still don't even know what's going on. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Cowboys win this one easily. It's 5.5 points the Commanders are getting. They beat them by 22 last time. I'm not worried about 5.5 points. I'm going Cowboys all day long on that one as well. 50.5 points. That's this. Listen, Vegas is telling you point blank, go the under. And what I always do is whatever Vegas says, ain't doing it. So I'm going to go with the over, and I'm going to say this is going to be a high scoring thing. And I think, honestly, a lot of it's going to be the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys just absolutely wreck the Commanders. And I hope they do so they can come in and wreck us the week after.
Get them right.
It's going to feel weird rooting for the Cowboys next week.
It is, but
it's going to feel wrong.
I'm right there with you. Like, we're going for that trifecta together. Like, Bonnie and Clyde off that cliff, rooting for the enemy.
People don't realize we can't just worry about the Raiders, guys. If we hypothetically win one of these games, the Browns lose both their games, guess what? They're going to have the freaking first overall pick. We'll drop to 3rd.
There's things that need to be lost.
So,
but yeah, I agree with you. I'm going 100%. The Commanders, I mean, you pointed out with most of these stats. Plus, if they were healthy, if the Commanders were healthy, I would probably say the Commanders in this game. Go 1-1 in the division, but this is probably going to be a blowout. Mariota has played well, very serviceable as a backup. Looked like he could be a low-end starter of some teams this season. Not saying he's great, but he's hasn't embarrassed himself this year, and he's put up some points. So, yeah, it's going to get a little crazy. Up next, another game I think might get a little loose itself. Might get a little crazy.
Oh my God. A couple weeks ago, this has been a great matchup.
Yeah, and now it's can the Lions make it to the playoffs? They are going to Minnesota playing the Vikings, and the Lions are favored on the road to go to there. They're giving 5.5 on there, with the over under 44.5. And last time these guys played, the Vikings beat them in Detroit 27-24. And right away, you want to be like revenge game, but I think it's more a revenge game. Lions need this if they want to make the playoffs. They need some hope and dreams in there, so they got to keep going. A big key factor too is the Vikings just got beat up in their defense, and that was one of the better defenses in this league early in the season. Now you're missing your edge, your tackle, you're missing your safety. Like they're all messed up. Last week, they're hurt everywhere. Last week their center went down. It did not look good. So, in this game, give me the Lions to win. Give me the smoke show in this one. I want to see the over, and I also I think the Lions cover this game. Not only did it win, I think it's a blowout.
Yeah, listen, the Lions have lost 3 of the last 4 games. I really hate picking a team doing that. But this Viking team looked bad last week against us. Looked really bad. And I know everybody wants to sit there and complain about the Giants. Look, listen, the Giants could have easily won that game. One bad call taken away and then offsides from Abdul Carter. One change here or there, it's done. And the Giants won that game. So I'm good to be wrong. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm happy they lost. I'm just saying that just shows you how bad the Vikings are. The Lions are the better team in the end. They just unfortunately haven't been playing good for themselves earlier. And listen, I root for the Lions. I feel bad for Lions fans. They're finally having the first good stretch in their entire life. They're waiting their whole life for this moment, literally.
I've been waiting.
So, I'm with you. I'm picking the Lions. I'm picking the Lions against the spread, and I'm going the over on the points as well. I think this is going to be a decent scoring game for them overall. I got to say that's probably the least confident part I am is the over-under part there. But I think it'll be just over,
To win by 7. If this game was at 6, I would take the over. I would take
the over-under, the 44.5, just because the Vikings do have a good defense. It just kind of scares me a lot. I think they're going to get it done.
I do. I think it's going to be that big brother, little brother matchup where it's going to be a little crazy, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, talking about crazy, the next game is the one that's going to be really absolutely freaking crazy.
It would have been great beginning of the year.
Yeah, like you would have thought, sounds like a great game for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Here's the Broncos versus whoever the hell's left at quarterback.
Yeah.
As they go into Kansas City to play the Chiefs, as the Chiefs now prepare to, for some reason, move to Kansas. Like anybody's ever wanted to move to Kansas in their entire life. Just craziness. We got Kansas City Chiefs moving to Kansas out of Missouri. We got the Bears potentially going to Indiana. All kinds of craziness going on with the stadiums right now. But for right now, the Kansas City Chiefs play in Kansas City. So last time they played, the Broncos barely beat the Chiefs 22-19. And yeah, it's a perfect scenario for the Broncos because the Chiefs at this point, it's whoever they have left. Chris Duncan is their quarterback. Yes, that Chris. That guy. You all know him well.
That guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
And we all know him from his days at South Dakota State.
Hey, we're in South Dakota.
Hey, South Dakota. Yeah. He's thrown 16 passing attempts in his entire career. Yeah. And Jay says, Kansas WTF is not exactly population dense. Yeah, Deb's right. What she said. The new stadium is going to be like half an hour away from the old stadium. It's just Kansas City is actually in Missouri. There's two Kansas Cities: Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, and they're right next to each other.
Very confusing.
It
especially
is very
for the Midwest.
Especially for the one not in Kansas. Why are you called Kansas City and you're in Missouri? Call yourself Missouri City.
It's got to be. That's like back in the Western days. Like, there was a crazy story why that happened.
Yes. There's two families.
No, this is my Kansas City. No, this is my Kansas City. Well, yeah, you make Kansas City over there. I make Kansas City over here. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, let's be honest. I feel like I have to go over anything else in this game. The Chiefs are on their third goddamn quarterback. Done. He's played 16 passes in his entire career. Done. Broncos win. Broncos win. Broncos win. It's a 13.5-point spread. I'm still saying the Broncos win because I think it's going to be a freaking blowout. 37.5 points is the over-under. I got the over on this because I think it's going to be that much. I think this is the game that for once you sit there and go, okay, the entire Chiefs team has given up. Like, you tell me as a Chiefs player, you're going to get excited when you're already out of the playoffs. You're going to face the Broncos, and you literally have to deal with a third-string quarterback. Good luck getting hyped for that game.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. And I believe Kansas City is going to run heavy on that run game and some play action, which I don't know how much you're going to leave in play action with the fourth quarter, but it's still Spags' defense. So I give them a little credit and some respect over there because I still like them a lot. So yeah. I would obviously take the Broncos to win this divisional matchup with the Chiefs, not to fall to 2 touchdowns to the Broncos, which they may be overlooking this game because they want to win because they're still fighting for their 1 seed in the AFC. But I don't think they pay that close attention to this game where they absolutely blow out this defense. So give me the Chiefs in the cover.
I don't think blow out. I just think that the Chiefs will still put up like 17 points or sorry, it's like 10 points or so at least. So you figure a 13-point spread. It's not that difficult to get 37.5 points. That's not a ton of points.
It's not. I mean, I was talking about the spread.
I know, but it's going to be two touchdowns. They'll win by 2 touchdowns. I'm not saying they're going to blow up like 4 touchdowns. I think 2 touchdowns is not crazy.
I don't know. I think Titans game. I think you're getting a little scared off there, but it's a divisional game. I think that because of the division, they'll play each other a little closer than some people are thinking. Give me the Chiefs, and I'll take the under in this game. Because once again, it's a divisional game. These guys, they tend to go back and forth, and I think it's going to be, with that weather, more of a run game than a pass game.
We'll see.
We shall see. Talk about another game that could be the under, could be the over. Who knows? Some good defenses. You got the Texans going in to the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yeah, talk about the Texans on their Cinderella story. And does it come to the end? They had some major injuries. Yeah, both their starting offensive tackles went down last week. I don't think there's any update on their status if they're playing or not this week, which could be something that you have to take advantage of. But then again, that LA defense is also beat up. So do they overcome it? It's something you got to think about. But last time they met was last year in January, or technically this year in January, in the 2024 postseason, where the Texans won 32-12. And Herbert, who looked great last week, he threw 4 interceptions last game, the last time they met, which is very possible again because he's not vulnerable. Granted, he was good last week, didn't throw a single one, but he was through, I think, 6 over the past 4 weeks. So, yeah, it could be something like that. If you want to talk history in their stats, these teams, when they meet, Chargers are winning 6 out of 10 times they play. So we shall see with this game. I do think it's going to be a fun game. I do think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Give me the under this game, which is sitting at 39.5 points. This game is also, Texans are favored by 1.5 points. Give me the Texans win and cover.
Okay.
Yeah, close game, defensive game. I think the Chargers are a little more acceptable to lose this game, and Houston's been in such a high. They keep rolling, stampeding, if you will.
Yeah. After a crazy, crazy start, they really have. I mean, obviously they barely beat the Raiders last week there, but they've done good. They've won, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And that includes wins against the Jaguars, the Bills, the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, the Colts with Daniel Jones. Like they haven't faced all crap. Don't get me wrong. They've also faced the Raiders, the Cardinals, but and the Titans, but they've done good against, a good mix of NFL teams over the last couple months there. So I think the Texans are actually, to me, are one of the teams that people aren't talking enough about. Like they came on strong. Their offense has been better the second half of the season. Their defense is one of the best in the entire NFL. This is a team that, to me, because they've been to the playoffs before, I think people don't talk about them and they can kind of sneak in and all of a sudden win a game or two. So, we'll see what happens. But the Texans, I think, win this game. I think they're just a better team than the Chargers right now because of health reasons, to be very frank. You put both teams together healthy and, who knows what happens. But everything's going to depend on the Chargers giving Herbert time to throw. He hasn't had a lot of time to throw this year. Still a Pro Bowler, by the way. Still a damn good quarterback, but just hasn't had a lot of time to throw. So I'm going to put the Texans to win. 1.5 points ended up to scare me, so I'm with you on Texans. And I'm going over on points. I think this is going to be a 24-21 kind of game. It's going to be a little bit over.
Nice.
So last game. I know Rob's looking forward to this one. The second Saturday game. The Ravens at the Packers. The 8 p.m. Saturday game. I love the Saturday football thing. I really do. Last year was
football for not playing.
Wednesday was Christmas last year. So we had Wednesday, Christmas, Thursday night football, Saturday football, Sunday football. Just got Friday off. That was it. Right.
If you're a Prime, you probably a little PO'd. I'm pretty sure they played that Friday as well. I think that was the Miami Jets game.
Did they? Oh, yeah. It was Black Friday after that. I don't think they did. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, this game, though, Ravens at the Packers. You got a couple of historically good teams in recent history. The big thing is we have no clue what's going on with Lamar Jackson, guys. Day to day with the back contusion. Anybody who's hurt their back knows that it's a cluster. You hurt your back, you don't know how you're going to be day to day, let alone hour to hour. Then you throw in the fact that Jordan Love's in concussion protocol. I wouldn't bet a single goddamn penny on this game until I know who the quarterbacks are.
I would have to give more faith in Love coming back than Lamar. Because Lamar hurt his hamstring early in this year, and they lost a whole bunch of games with Huntley or whoever the backup was over there.
Whoever it was.
I think it was Huntley, right?
He was one of them. They also had what's his name from the Cowboys for a while.
Yeah, what's nuts?
What's his name?
Yeah. But Lamar with his hamstring, and now it's his back. Like it just, he plays. He's not going to be healthy. It's also not the first time.
He's going to be a shell of himself and not running. I'll guarantee you. Which he's already been doing less running than ever this year because of the other injuries.
Anyone that has him fantasy knows he probably lost to your fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, like and that's the thing. I'm with you. It's weird you say a head injury. A head injury is going to be a better, more reliable player than a guy with a back injury. But it is what it is. If you know physiology and how backs work there, so yeah, I'm going to 100% say Packers still win this. I'm kind of betting, to be honest, as if both quarterbacks will be in. And then I'm going, you know what? Well, if both quarterbacks were in, how would I bet? And how I would bet is the Packers to win. I would still bet the Packers to cover. It's only 2.5 points. That's not that crazy. And I look at like the Ravens. let's say hypothetically, the Ravens don't get don't get Lamar Jackson in. Their backup quarterback is, as you said now, Tyler Huntley. It was Cooper Rush, the former Cowboy, but he lost the job. So Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley is Pro Bowler.
I know. Yes, that's sad, but not exactly been lighting it up in the last couple of years. Malik Willis, the Packers have won with him. So I go like, okay, if both starters are in, I pick the Packers. If both backups are in, I pick the Packers.
That's where my hedge came in. If both these quarterbacks do not start, who do I have faith in winning the games? There's a track record with the Packers to win with their backup quarterback. They have other plans. Granted, they want to just give the ball to Josh Jacobs 100% of the time. Even if he's not 100%, Wilson, think about Wilson, their backup has ran the rock pretty well this year. I think the Ravens defense has not looked great consistently all year when you could trust more in the Packers, unless they're playing the Browns. But I have more faith in the Packers team overall to win this game.
Yeah. The big one for me is the over-under. That's the biggest cluster because it's like, are the quarterbacks going to play? Are they not going to play? Is it going to be Derrick Henry versus Aaron versus I guess the hodgepodge of I should say
Josh Jacobs.
In the Packers rushing, it's not just Jacobs, but it's like I don't know. That's what makes me the least uneasy is the over under, but it's 41.5, which is relatively low. So I'm going to go the over and say that we get, just above that, and and again a Packers win, so that way, Kelsey gets to have a Merry Christmas weekend, and Rob gets out of trouble for also picking the Packers in this scenario.
Hey, either way, I would have picked them. So
and either way, you'll be in trouble.
Couch.
It is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in trouble for Packers things or not.
Yeah. I would at this point.
He's like, she's watching. I can't say.
I was actually going to serve up brownie points, but it's the truth. The way that the Ravens have played, especially with all the injuries leading into this game, if Lamar started, I would probably trust him. The Packers win with Malik. I would take the under if that's the point. If both the backups are starting, I would probably take the under. But I'm playing like both of these guys are starting. Give me the over because it's such a low under-over.
Yeah.
So we're filming this on Tuesday night. Lines are subject to change.
Yep.
Both the spreads and the over-under. So take that information and do with what you will. We are not professionals. Do not gamble based off of us, but we're probably going to win you some money.
And I do think you're right. The line's going to change a lot, and you kind of have to go based on what you think is going to happen if you want to jump early. Like, let's say, for example, Jordan Love, he went to the walkthrough study with the Packers. That's usually a pretty good sign that he's progressing well through the concussion protocol. So if you think that's a sign that he's going to play, put your damn money down now, because once he's announced as playing, if Lamar Jackson is announced as not playing, you know what's going to happen to that line?
You're going to see that line drop big time. That 2.5 points are going to turn to 7.5.
Exactly. So, like I said, you guys got to just kind of pay attention to what's going on with these two quarterbacks and go based on that. So, all righty, guys, that's going to call it a night for us here. Again, we'll be back again Friday for you guys doing what is our usual Thursday, giving you guys the injury list here for the Raiders and the Giants, as we really hope that almost every Giant is on that list and not able to play. Is what it is. And of course, with that, we'll go over the Sunday games on Friday as well. Any Giants news that happens between now and then. Again, appreciate you guys all for watching, supporting the show. Hope you guys have a happy, healthy, Merry Christmas there for you guys. We'll be back, like I said, and we'll do, of course, the game day coverage on Sunday as well. My wife will not have a birthday again for the year, so I'll be on for that one. We'll do the play-by-play.
Have a half birthday.
Weird how it comes around once a year. So I'll be there with the play-by-play with you guys there, assuming it's not a nationally televised game, which I can't imagine it is. Why the hell would anybody want to put that in the Tampa Bay area? But yeah, exactly. So I said, should be no problem. Play-by-play, and of course, we'll both be on for the post-game coverage there for you guys. And then next week, we got to figure out what we're doing still as far as our schedule. We might change things up a little. We got New Year's. Rob and I have to kind of figure some of that stuff out there for you guys. But again, we'll be back for you guys Friday. Have a happy, healthy, Merry Christmas there. And, if you want to give us a present, just saying, if you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe, you can hit that like, you can hit that thumbs up button. As always, we are live on YouTube, the preferred platform, of course, Facebook, Twitter / X, Twitch, and of course, Rob's favorite, my LinkedIn profile. And of course, as always, we're available the next day on all the audio podcast platform: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. And as Deb says, it's nationally televised on Comedy Central. I would love that. Can you imagine like Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert doing play-by-play? Sign me up. Done. Even much better than Dennis Miller was.
Yeah.
Remember Dennis Miller back in the day doing Monday Night Football?
Terrible.
It was horrendous. I feel like every time Dennis Miller said a joke, I had to pull out the Encyclopedia Britannica. Just couldn't do it. I just want to drink and watch football. God damn it! Stop making me feel stupid. Anyway, guys, we'll be back again Friday. See you guys then. Appreciate you guys as always, and as always, Giant fans.
Merry Christmas! Go Giants!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging